Router password break by Indian Cybersecurity Solutions. It is a process to break or recover router passwords by changing configuration register value.
Hello everybody, my name is Devashish Roy. I'm the senior network trainer as well as Cisco networking specialist at the Indian Cybersecurity Solutions, and these are my contact informations for LinkedIn and Twitter, my own informations and the company informations also if you like to contact me. Today I'm going to talk about router password break or recovery. Now router passwords are stored in non-volatile RAM, that is NVRAM, permanently. Now during boot process of router, the router searches for safe passwords from NVRAM, and service password encryption command is to be used to encrypt the passwords. Now there is a term known as configuration register. Now what is configuration register? Configuration registers are hexadecimal values which actually control the router boot sequence. So these are the values which control how the router will boot and the router boot steps. Normally 2102 hex value is set for configuration register for router boot process, that is normal boot process. Now what is the router boot process? Now if the 2102 hex value is set, then these steps follow. First, post power on self test is performed. What is that? It is a check to actually verify the hardware components of the router, if the hardware components are working perfectly or not. If the hardware components are not operating perfectly, then the error code is shown. Okay. In the second step, the router searches for Internet of Operating System, that is IOS, from the flash memory. That is the most important part. If the router doesn't find the IOS from the flash memory, then the router boot sequence will halt. Otherwise, if it finds the IOS from flash memory, then the next step continues. Next, the startup configuration from NVRAM is loaded. Yes, if the startup configuration is saved in the NVRAM, then it is loaded, and passwords are saved in NVRAM. So actually in this router boot process, routers load the password from NVRAM. Now, process for password break, which is a process to break any password, say console password or enable secret password, any password. Now the router boot sequence needs to be altered. Router should be prevented from reading NVRAM. Yes, because the router takes the password from the NVRAM. Now we should alter that process. We should stop the router to read the password from NVRAM. The router should ignore the NVRAM while booting. For that, configuration register value 2142 to be used. So there are some predefined configuration register value, and in order to ignore or bypass the NVRAM to break the router password, the configuration register value should be changed from 2102 to 2142. Now these are the theory part for the router password break. Now I will show you how to do that practically using Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is my PT router. So I'll perform a password break on that. I'll set up console password first because that is the most restricted password, and then I will break or recover that password. So just click on the router and I'm just reloading it. First, set up a console password. Line console 0, password say ICSS, and login to activate the password on console line. And you can encrypt the password by using service password encryption. So can you give this command here, service password encryption? No, you go to config mode and give this command, service -password service password encryption. Service space password encryption. That command to be used to encrypt the passwords. Any password that you want to encrypt the password, you have to use this command. It is an optional feature, but you can anyhow use it. And now save that password. We unstart, and you see the startup config now. See, your console password is now encrypted. So it is not a clear text password, it is an encrypted password. Now, if you reload the router, now what will happen? It will ask for the console password. Now see, the router is booting. And user access verification password means the console password is asking for. Now we do not know the console password. So what can we do? Can we restore the iOS? No, we will not do that. We will break the password. So we have to change the configuration step value from 0x2102 to 0x2142. So how to do that? In that case, I will take the help of this on-screen keyboard, that is virtual keyboard, and I will press Control key from my physical keyboard and the pause break key on the virtual on-screen keyboard, and will halt the router boot process. Now see what happens. Just reload the router once, switch off and switch on. See, the router is booking, and now press Control key and pause key. Now see, the router boot process has been aborted or halted, and it has entered the Rommon mode. What is the Rommon mode all about? It is a ROM monitor mode used for troubleshooting. Okay, so we have entered the Rommon mode, and now we will change the configuration register value to 2142. You just write conf reg space 0x2142. So we have changed the configuration register value from 2102 to 2142. Now reload the router. If you give the command reload here in Rommon mode, it will not take. You have to give the command reset to reload the router. Now the router is rebooting, but it is reloading by bypassing the NVRAM temporarily. We haven't broken the password yet, but it is actually avoiding the NVRAM. See, it hasn't asked for the password, but this is the temporary process. We have to permanently break the password. Let's enter the privilege mode. Now we will not go for config mode. Now we will copy the startup configuration to the running configuration. See, we normally do copy run start. To copy the running configuration, there is a configuration in dynamic RAM to NVRAM, that is startup configuration. But the password is in NVRAM, that is in startup configuration, and I am where? I am in dynamic RAM, that is running configuration. So I have to do the opposite thing, that is copy space start space run. Yes, it is copied in the running configuration. So my entire startup configuration means my passwords are copied from startup configuration to running configuration. So I can now break the password. I do not need to know the password, but I can break the password anyway. Go to config mode and give the command no space service password hyphen encryption. So actually I have broken the encrypted passwords. Now go to line console and just give no password. If you give that, then any password that is set in the console mode, console terminal, will be broken. Now one more thing you have to do, you have to set the configuration register value to its default value. Default term means 2102. Set it like config hyphen register 0x2102. Yes, and now everything is done. Control Z, and you save this as copy space run space start. So we are saving it back in the startup configuration, right? And now just reload the router and see if the password is broken. See, it's booting. Yes, it hasn't asked for any password. You can go to the privilege mode, and so the password is broken. Now, how to check the configuration register value? For that, give the command show version. if you give the command show version at the end of the line, you can say the configuration register value is 0x2102. So that's the way to verify the configuration value in the router. So that is the router password break or password recovery that we performed on router. I have shown you practically, and I have also discussed this theoretically. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope this was informative for you. And if you like more videos like this in future, then please do like our channel on YouTube and do subscribe our channel on YouTube also. So that is for today. Thanks for joining, and I will come with some more videos in future. Till then, it's goodbye.